What is up, guys? Mr. Basie here, and today we're going to be doing essentially an update video, and I want to try to keep this fairly short and sweet, so I'm going to try to get this information out as quick as possible without losing any detail. There's really not going to be too many big changes, just small tweaks and some things that I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be informing you about them and also asking your opinion about some things. So first and foremost, I want to talk about the schedule tweaks. Now, there's nothing that's really going to be changing big time. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to do double uploads because of personal complications with the way my life has been recently. This upcoming month, however, is going to be more free than the other ones have been, and then it's going to basically, after that month is over, it's going to basically jump right back into a bit more of a hectic schedule. So I'm going to try to keep making, obviously I'm still going to be making videos, but I'm going to be trying to make double uploads work at least this next month. And I kind of am upset with myself personally that I haven't been able to do it, because it's kind of been a personal goal for me to do double uploads and everything like that. However, recently, of course, unfortunately, I haven't been able to. But the single uploads are guaranteed for the most part, as long as there's no extreme circumstances that get in the way, which unfortunately sometimes they do. But I try to at least get one video out, and on the rare occasions that I can get two videos out because the time allows for it, then I do. As you know, in the past weeks, I've done a few on occasion double upload days here and there. So I'm going to try to do more of those, if not be fairly consistent with those throughout this next month, and try to keep it going by building up a stockpile of content and see if I can keep going that way, even during times where I may be more busy and I'm not able to record. So that's one thing I want to get out, on the bat, right off the bat, because I wanted to talk about that. But the more important schedule tweak is that instead of a 7 a.m., 7 p.m. upload schedule, it's going to be 8 a.m., 7 p.m. And the reason I'm doing that is because sometimes YouTube is really weird with their whole processing aspect of things. It usually never takes me long to upload, anywhere between 3 to 7 minutes, because my internet speed's really good. So that usually gets done right off the bat. But YouTube, just depending on what day it is, I don't really know how they work it, whether it's their servers or whether they give priority to more, I guess, higher traffic YouTubers or whatever. I don't know how they do it, or maybe it's a combination of everything, or time of day or whatever it is, or how many people are uploading in general at that time. Sometimes it could be a 6 to 7 minute processing time, anywhere, usually between 6 to 10 minutes. But it's been sometimes upwards of 30, 40, sometimes even at the most, an hour and a half is really what I've seen, be what YouTube will take to process my video. And it really just says your video has been queued. So that tells me that there's a lot of people uploading, or that there's a higher priority people out there that they want, that will allow for their uploads. I don't know. Okay. I don't know what it is, but the fact of the matter is that, YouTube is all over the place with that. So I've given myself an extra hour when I get home to make sure that in case YouTube does do that, I'm not stuck putting out a Twitter notification saying, hey, video is going to be 30 minutes late today because YouTube is deciding to be a little dumb. I'm just usually able to get the video out at 8, and everything is well and good. Now, the schedule in and of itself is still 8 a.m., 7 p.m. So still look out for those double uploads, especially for this month. That schedule is not going away. It's what I'm personally trying to hold myself to, but the guarantee is one video a day for the most part. Again, despite those extreme circumstances that prevent me from recording, if I have a really busy schedule for 1 week, 1 week or another, it just depends. You know what I'm saying? So, the schedule's the same. The 7 p.m. is still there, so keep an eye out for double uploads if they do happen. But just know that time frame is open for me to put another video out there if I do have the time. So moving on from that, I want to talk about the reaction videos. Now, most of you have been waiting on those. A lot of people have told me they wanted the reaction videos, and I've really been wanting to do the reaction videos. There have been a few things holding me back from doing them, and I'll tell you the two major ones right now. Basically, when it comes down to it, I've been really kind of concerned with the whole copyright issue with reaction content, and I've been trying to devise a way and make sure that the content that I produce is not only copyright free, but also under fair use and is not going to get me in trouble. And really what I want is I just want you guys to enjoy it. I don't want there to be any sort of repercussions. And so that's what I've been looking into, and making sure that when I do, actually attempt this, that it's going to be, more so my content, and my personality, my reaction, everything to that video, than the video itself. Okay. Yes, the video is still a prime part of it, because if I didn't have the video, I wouldn't be reacting to anything. But again, it's going to be more so my take on the whole thing, and the way that I'm going to edit the videos, and the way that I'm going to be actually going about the videos should be under fair use. So that's not really what I'm worried about anymore. It was initially, but more so recently, YouTube's been really, I guess I wouldn't say cracking down, but being much more strict with the whole censoring thing and whether they bury videos or not. I mean, they've been really kind of weird about that whole thing. They've been really kind of caving in when anybody, accuses anybody of anything, even if it's an extremely outlandish, proposition. But they've been really caving heavily, and I don't know why they're doing that. And that's kind of, I wanted to wait it out and see how it all played out for other people, and just kind of test the waters really and see how everything was working. And I feel like it's kind of calming down now. I feel like, they're more so focusing on really violent, overly sexual, and I'm talking about really, sexual, not just, minor things. Or any sort of seriously controversial topics. I think they're really focusing on those things rather than just generalized videos. But I just didn't want to take my chances because they're not just giving out, copyright claims, which are different than copyright strikes. Copyright claims basically just say, hey, we're not going to put ads on this. We're going to put ads on your video, but they're not going to benefit you. You're not allowed to enable ads on your videos. If the ads will be put there, but they're going to benefit the original creator, whoever they may be, right? That's a copyright claim. Copyright strike actually affects your channel, and they've been delivering copyright strikes, and so I've been obviously not wanting to touch that with a 10-foot pole because I don't want my channel to be affected just because I'm trying to create some entertaining videos under what I believe would be the fair use policy of YouTube and just copyright in general. So that's essentially where I stand on that, with that thing. And I feel like it's okay. I'm going to jump the gun on that, and I'm going to, pull the trigger on that and say, okay, I'm just going to do it. I don't feel like it's going to negatively impact me, which I'm glad about. Based on what I've seen, I feel like they're targeting much more, over the top things, whether it's sexual content, violence, terrorism promotion or whatever it might be, or, I guess heavy political talk, specifically anything that might be controversial. Okay. So I think that I'm kind of avoiding all that just because of the content that I produce, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I want your suggestions. Okay. I want your suggestions. It's the only other thing that's holding me back at this point is wanting to know, what do you guys want to see me react to? I'm also talking to my brother who watches a lot of crazy stuff. And basically, I've asked him to put together a list of things that I could react to that are just really crazy, really weird, or something that would obviously elicit a good reaction. But I also want some Sage Family suggestions as well, you know what I'm saying? And I want you guys to understand that because of all this stuff and the way that YouTube's been recently, I do want to avoid anything, obviously inappropriate. Okay. And you guys can use common sense when I'm talking about that. So, nothing, inappropriate, nothing lewd, nothing crude, nothing that could be seen as offensive. Okay. Nothing like that. I will not be taking those suggestions, or at least I will not be utilizing them. I'm going to take all the suggestions and review them and decide what I want to react to based on that. But the reason I'm saying this is because I don't want you to, I'm going to take these suggestions very seriously, and I don't want you guys to waste your, I don't want you guys to waste your suggestion on something dumb. You know what I'm saying? So, be reasonable, put some suggestions down there that you think that would be really good for me to react to. And I'll definitely be starting that very, very soon. As soon as I get through some of the stuff that I'm working on right now. And I don't know whether these videos will be out by the time that this video goes up, but I'm going to, whether they're not, or whether they are or not, I'm still going to say it. Outlast 2 came out. I'm playing that. Episode 4 of Walking Dead: A New Frontier has come out. I've already finished episode 3. I'm going to be starting episode 4 very, very soon. But as of this recording, I haven't yet started it yet. And Remember is coming up soon, and that's why for any of you people that have been waiting on visual novel stuff, or Atome games or whatever it might be, I am very interested in doing those. Do not worry. However, I've delayed it for that specific purpose because I've been heavily considering Amnesia Memories as the new visual novel I'm going to be tackling, and for that reason, I've kind of. Because I know it's supposedly extremely long. I know absolutely nothing about it besides the fact that it's supposed to be extremely, extremely long, with multiple endings. Because of that, I've basically, kind of pushed off other visual novels for the time being to tackle Remember when it does come out. And when that does actually launch and everything, once we beat it, I'll be looking at a bunch of other visual novels. Right now, heavily looking at Amnesia Memories, but there are no promises as of yet with that, okay? Because I don't know if I want to commit to something so massive, but I am looking heavily at that, and I'm going to be looking more into it once Remember has concluded. And last but not least, I want to talk about one particular thing that I've really been wanting to do, but not really sure if I should pull the trigger on it. And speaking of pull the trigger, going into, I guess, a little bit more of shooting content, whether it's competitive, non-competitive, whatever. Would you guys want to see me play a few games? Like essentially a long time ago, I'll link the playlist down below if I remember, but essentially I had a series of best of 3, and it was where I would randomly select 3 games and play those 3 games and see if I can win 2 of those 3 matches. Okay, so it was fairly, you know, an interesting topic, I think, and it was a lot of variety. Like there could be any kind of shooter in there for the most part. And what I've been considering doing is, you know, either doing that same format or doing a best of 3 where I select, you know, there's a bunch of games and I roll the dice just like I did before, but whatever game it lands on, that's the 3 games that I try to play on that particular game. Okay. And I try to win 2 out of those 3 games. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what you guys think. That's just one example of a series I had in the past that I had running that I particularly enjoyed. But you'd have to let me know whether you'd want it strictly Call of Duty, maybe, because Call of Duty is going to be, the new Call of Duty is going to be coming out soon. Whether, you know, because I definitely played Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I'd play COD Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 Remastered. I'd definitely play Black Ops 2. I'd play Halo 5. I'd play any of the Halos, really. You know, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'd even play some PC games if you guys really wanted me to. But it's up to you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see it, let me know in the comments, because I actually really like to do shooting content. As many of you know, I use the streams to actually play shooting games because I don't get to do that a lot of the time. And I actually really like shooting games, specifically Call of Duty, Halo being my favorite and everything, but everything too, Counter-Strike, Overwatch, whatever is out there. You know what I'm saying? I could even get into some other games like H1Z1 or PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds or whatever it might be. You know what I'm saying? I could even get into fighting games if you guys really wanted me to, because it's really just matches. You know, that's the whole point. So it's really up to you guys what you guys want. I'd love to do it. You know, specifically if it's for shooters, whether you guys want some competitive matches where I could assemble my, you know, my usual squad, which is like Cam, and I could get a bunch of other people, or whether you just want me to jump into some public matches and just wreck some people. It's up to you. You know what I'm saying? If you guys would be entertained by that, I'd be more than happy to do it. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments down below. And also rate the video what you think it deserved. Let me know, like, dislike. It doesn't matter to me. I just want to know right off the bat what you think of all this stuff. Did you like it? Did you not? Also, like I said, the comments really help because it lets me more definitively see, I guess, about the more specific details, how you feel about each one, maybe. It also gives me a chance to comment back to you guys, which you know I love doing. And also, if you did enjoy this, consider sharing it. If you thought this was good information, share the video with other sages as well, whether it's your social media, if there's sages there that would benefit from seeing this information, or whether your friends or family or sages, definitely pass the video along. Let them know what's up so that they're up to date on the way the channel is being run and the things that are coming in the future. And speaking of that, if you want to become a sage in training, make sure you subscribe today. This has been Mr. Basie, your favorite sage, and I'll see you in the next video.